we are back again. So I let some of the jobs complete, and then when I left last time, we have seen that this was going through the conversion. This particular database was going through upgrade, 97% done, and the 12.1 database was just 10% upgraded, out of which I see now this upgrade has finished. This must have become a pluggable database now. This one has also finished. This has become a non-CDB with a 12.2 version, and the 12.1 database has almost completed doing the upgrade, and now it's working on the post fix of tasks. So let us see if really that's the case. I said PDBs, and now you see this one has become a pluggable database. The other one, let's quickly go and check. This one, this must have become a standalone 12.2 database because the task number 114, the job ID, has also completed. If that's the case, we should go and make the changes into the SRVCTL configuration so that we could go and fix the Oracle local registry entries while this job continues through its post upgrade activities. So the first one is NCDB 112A. The entries of it must be removed from the Oracle local registry. So I am going to set up the environment and remove the database entries for that database from the local registry. Here I am as Oracle user. I set the 11.2.0 Oracle home, and I eventually removed that database from the registry. Let's look at the other one. Now time to fix this particular entry. Remember, this NCDB 11.2b database has now been upgraded to 12.2. So we should go and upgrade this entry using srvctl upgrade command so that it points to the upgraded Oracle home. So I said srvctl upgrade database -d. This is now running from the 12.2 Oracle home. Let's go and check. So remember, this is now 12.2. So I said select name, comma open mode from $database, and now you see this database has been upgraded to 12.2. Let's validate by saying db details, and it's, although the name is same, you now see there's a restore point created because I told you as part of the upgrade, just prior to the start of the upgrade, the Oracle auto upgrade utility will create a guaranteed restore point, and it has been all upgraded to 12.2. You could see all the components being upgraded to 12.2, and you could see the restore point still exists. If you are happy with the upgrade, one can go and drop the restore point. So I can say select star from $, restore point, and this is the restore point that was automatically created. Now if you are happy that the upgrade has all gone through, there's no need to revert your database to its previous state, you can simply drop the restore point followed by the name of the restore point. I go back and I say db details one more time, and now you see there's no longer a restore point because you are happy with the upgrade. We are waiting for last one database to be upgraded. So I am saying LSJ, and it has almost reached to its last state where it's running. It has also been now plugged into, and once the database was plugged into as a PDB, the last step is now running through, which is converting that non-CDB to a PDB architecture. We do not see it at the previous last time when we ran this command, but now it's already there. PDB should list it, and now you see the container ID 7 is for PDB 121. It's already opened in a read write state. If everything has gone through really well, then everything should be shown nice, neat, clean, no PDB violations, so on and so forth. Let's see what's the status. I go to container database, and then let's try to query, are there any violations in the plugging up part. So I go to and query the PDB plugin violations which are not in a resolved state. So you could see, ignore the PDB $SID. It simply says that the database vault and whatnot is there or not there. We are only worried about the new upgrades that we have performed. So for the pluggable database PDB 112A, I see a warning. This is not an error. I see only a warning which says character set is mismatched. The pluggable database uses WE8MS Win 1252 character set, whereas the container database uses AL32 UTF-8. Then there's another warning for the same database PDB 112A. It says your database option DV mismatch. The pluggable database seems to have a pending version of this one, whereas the CDB seems to have a database vault. All that it is telling you is your pluggable database which came in from 11G, as I said, it does not have a database vault nor it has an Oracle label security. So these two warnings, although not very critical in nature, they simply say that although your container database has these two components, your pluggable database do not seem to have those two things in place. I am not looking at the moment for PDB 121 because that's the task which is still ongoing. There's an error. It says PDB plugged in is a non-CDB and it requires you to run the script, which I know auto upgrade is already running through. So I need not bother about this part as of now. Let us, in the meanwhile, let us go and try to fix the warnings related to our newly plugged in database. So one is about character set, another is about the component mismatch. I am going to manually run through those steps to fix those violations. So what I need to do is make sure that my databases, all pluggable databases, are open. If I want to save the state, I can save the state so that next time when I restart my CDB, all my pluggable databases get started automatically. I am not going to do that. That's a cosmetic step. We have just seen what all violations we have. Those are not yet resolved. Now let us fix them. So I am going to change my container to the one that is complaining, having 3 warnings. So I say set my container to PDB 112A, and then I am going to run through the installer of Oracle Label Security. So I said please run the Oracle Label Security installer. Once that is installed, I am going to make sure that I also run the installer for the Oracle Database Vault. Remember, Database Vault requires Oracle Label Security. So you should always install Oracle Label Security first, followed by the Database Vault. Once that is done, I am going to close the pluggable database and open it. The intention behind doing this is to see closing and opening is when the pluggable databases are checked for violations. So I am going to run through this script, then close the database, pluggable database, then open it. We should have lesser violations this time. No more data vault, no more OLS related violations. And then the warning that talks about the mismatch in the character set, which is perfectly fine if you choose to run your pluggable database with the WE8MS Win1252 character set. It's perfectly fine. But I don't want to do that. I want to also upgrade my character set to all inclusive, which is AL32 UTF-8. So I am going to run that as my last step. So here I have just installed Oracle Label Security. I am running the second script, which is catmac. Once I am done with that script, I am going to close the database, pluggable database. I am going to open it one more time. Then I am going to open it in a restricted mode because I am going to do a character set change. So let's close it. Once it's installed, let's open it to see that the two violations from our earlier list are no longer there. Then we'll close it one more time. Then we'll open it in a restricted mode. The intention behind opening it in a restricted mode is to change the character set. So this is done. So I'm going to close the pluggable database. I'm going to open it so that it forces a recheck on all the plugin mismatches. Once that's done, on to my last step, I'm going to close it, open it, set my container to the PDB112A container, and last part is to change the character set. So I'm changing the character set internal use to AL32 UTF-8, and lastly the final step, that is to change the character set of my database to AL32 UTF-8. Once that is done, I am going to close it, open it and validate it. So I closed it, connected to sysdba, I opened it, all that's done. Let's validate. What are the unresolved violations? So all the violations related to PDB112A are gone, and now the last remaining one is for the violation for your character set of the newly plugged in database. So I come back and you see the non-CDB part for the last database, this one is also completed. The utility, auto upgrade utility, has gracefully come out. It has a message for me that we have already taken care, that was to drop the guaranteed restore point for the database which we upgraded from 11.2 to 12.2, which we have already taken care of. I have already dropped the restore point. For all newer upgrades to 19C, the restore point is automatically dropped at the time of you plugging in the database. So those guaranteed restore points after upgrade and before plugin as a PDB are automatically removed. But since this was a non-CDB to non-CDB 11G release 2 to 12C release 2, the activity to drop the restore point would be manual. The last thing is to fix the character set violation for the 12.2 database. I am closing it, closing the pluggable database, not this one, sorry, I closed the wrong one. I want to do it for 12.1 database. So for my 12.1 database, I am going to close it, open it in a restricted mode. That's also not the one, this one rather. So close it, open it in a restricted mode, set your container to 12.1 database name and change the character set. Once that is done, close the pluggable database and reopen it. You have an option to remove the records of all the resolved violations from the view. So I closed it, I opened it. Without clearing up the records, All that I want to see is show me the unresolved ones. Now you see all the unresolved violations have been cleared up except for PDB $SID, but the records are very much there in the PDB violation. I said select star from this, and you still see there are 27 records, but most of them except for the PDB $SID are resolved. There is no point why to keep them, so let us clear them up. So you have an option to clear the view so that the count of those records can be eliminated. This is a cosmetic step, not a true part of the upgrade activities, but it makes sense to have the environment neat and clean at the end of it. Only 2 records remaining now, no longer 27 records after I ran dbms pdb.clear plugin violations. It only clears, remember, those violations where the status is resolved. The unresolved ones there is no way you can remove the unresolved ones. And we know the unresolved ones are for the SID PDB, that's because of a component mismatch. With that, we have come to an end of running our first attempt in noob mode. The last one, your 12.1 database which has just been plugged in, the records from the OLR needs to be cleaned up. So I am saying please remove this database entry from my Oracle local registry. So as an Oracle user, I set the environment and I remove the name of that particular database from OLR. Back to as a grid user, and then I say CRSCTL status resource. None of my old databases which were converted to a PDB architecture can be seen in OLR now. The only remaining database is NCDB112B, which was non-container 11G database. Now that's a non-container 12.2 database. You can set the environment to query the properties of it. So let me set my environment and let's query, sorry, not here, and let's query by saying srvctl config database -d. The database name was ncdb112b and list out all the properties. Environment wise something is problematic. I convert back. Let's set the 12.2 environment first. Let's set up the Oracle SID also. 112b and let us query it now. Path part is missing. And I am running through to see what's the configuration. Remember now, NCDB112B is no longer an 11G database. It now runs from the 12.2 Oracle home. The version is 12.2. With that, we come to an end of noob mode of auto upgrade utility. Now I need to prepare the same machine so that we could gear up and run our second attempt. Second attempt is going to be all on autopilot, the professional mode, the pro mode as I call it, where I am going to uncomment a couple of things and let the upgrade run through using a single command. For that I need to restore the state of my machine to whatever it was. Mine is a Windows machine where I am running this as a virtual machine inside a virtual box. So the very first thing I need to do is to gracefully shut down my upgraded machine and restore to its previous snapshot. So let the machine come to a halt, and once it is halted, which it hasn't yet, Once it halts, this is my database, this is my virtual machine. I go to the snapshots, and then I had this snapshot which is all set for an upgrade. I want to restore my machine to that particular level, and I don't want the snapshot of the current state. So all I am saying is restore. That's it. I have restored the machine back to the previous state. I power it on now, and we should have everything back to what we had as part of the at the time of starting up this noob mode